Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to this live trading webinar today. I hope everyone is having a great time so far. How are you guys doing? Is everybody all right? That's great. Nice. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Just to make sure you all have the Admirals mobile application downloaded on your device. Yep. And our disclaimer, this content is for general information only, and it's not intended to provide trading or investment advice or personal recommendation. Okay, I hope everything makes sense. And of course, please engage yourself with the trading podcast, the weekly podcast. And as we talked yesterday on the podcast, today the major event, it's only the retail sales in Canada. We do expect some volatility to come in the Canadian dollar during the US session. Let's have a look now at the premium analytic portal. So let's start with the today's top headlines. Guys, any currency pairs you would like me to go through, please type them down. Today's top headline. So Fed Daily says financial markets are acting like interest rates are much higher than they actually are. What to expect as FTX debuts biggest crypto chapter 11 in court. US economic growth weakened in October, Chicago Fed says. Germany debates naming business with large China exposure. Walt Disney CFO, others brought concerns to board over Bob Chappell. Twitter lays off some sales employees after they committed to Twitter 2.0. So, Darshan, good morning. It's been a while to see you. Saying good morning, Mr. Dashkart. I hope everything is fine. Hello, Job. Good morning. Euro US dollar is trading sideways at around 1.0250. Job, may I ask you, please, in which time frame do you spot this? Please let me know about the time frame. Jose, good morning. Intraday, Rocky, good morning. Chart Nifty. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me just fix something with the microphone. I think okay, now I think it's better. So guys, any interesting trading so far? Hello, Raquel, Mladen, hello. Pound Kiwi, appreciated if you will kindly analyze. Absolutely, why not? Pound Kiwi. So yesterday, Cherry spotted the 200 moving average support with this long tail pin bar, and we said that the market can come at the least to retest this level here. Looks like market want to do the deep retracement where our level is, and it matches very nicely with the area of 50%, 61.8%. If you take it from there, you are exactly on the 50% fib retracement. And currency markets, they do appreciate a lot the 50% retracement before they resume their trend. So after that, when we have pushed to the upside in the dollar, we do expect some opposite directions or price actions in the other indices. So let's have a look at the DAX 40. We see that market is fighting around this topping area. Let's see if we're going to have that retracement back to the trend line. On the 4-hour chart, we do have, let's see if we have any recognized pattern here. If we can channel something, it looks like this trend line here. Let's just put it as trend line. Up. Change the color as well. Let's do it some blue. So this 4-hour trend line, upward trend line has been broken, and market is kind of doing double top formation here on this short time frame. So maybe sales can be activated, some sell positions can be activated here, and target can come all the way here or to retest this trend line. There is high probability, although with a low risk because it's a counter trend trade against the prevailing trend. Then we have FTSE respected nicely this support trend line with this pin bar yesterday. This formation now, to me, it looks like an ascending triangle formation. So it's a continuation pattern, and it has an implication to travel the distance between the base and the top. So, and it from the breakout point. So this one here, do you see how it perfectly matches with this next level of resistance? So here it is. Exactly, technical analysis works all the time. So we do expect now this market to come and retest this resistance based on this chart pattern, if we're going to have a breakout. Okay, another good one to keep in our mind. Dow Jones 30, very mixed picture here. Nasdaq following the dollar temporarily strength. S&P 500 the same. We are still above this support. Let's see on the 4-hour. This can show us a clear sign on the 4-hour chart. If we see that buyers, they're going to come to step in from this support. Again, the major point is that the dollar index, it's in a down momentum now, with the buyers just trying to regain some of the higher prices, so we can get a good entry to the downside, in my opinion. Now let's check the pound against the dollar. If the dollar pushes to the upside, the pound against the dollar, it's going to move downwards. We do expect some reaction around either this level of support or this level of support. That was the last swing broken. Okay, so the most recent one, it's this one here. That's the most recent one. And this one matches with the 50% fib retracement. If we take this area here, it's about 61%. So this support here, it's very, very valid, ladies and gentlemen. So we can wait for the price to come here, initiate some long positions. The euro against the dollar, clearly on a fall, this one here, and especially today, if we're going to see some strength to the dollar, definitely this one here can push downwards. If some traders, they initiated trades from this resistance, you should be in a profit so far. 4-hour chart turned as well. This higher high here, It's been broken, and now we are in a 4-hour downtrend. So 4-hour downtrend, if traders want to initiate positions, this what we call, it's a tentative trend line because it's been touched twice. Now, we said with 2 points, we draw a trend line. The third point makes it valid. A good area to look for some short-term activity, it's this one here. Simple fundamental technical analysis stuff, guys. So we have lower highs, lower highs, lower lows. We want to spot some area of possible retracement, and here it's a 50% fib retracement, matches nicely with the last broken support. Now can act as resistance. As we know from the technical analysis, a broken support, it can act as a new resistance. So when the price come around this area here, can be a good area to initiate some short-term short positions. So we can keep an eye on that too. Now, why I'm analyzing this phase to the downside? Because also the weekly is down in a long term. In a short term, we have the daily upwards, but when we don't have that much of other currency pairs, we can reduce our risk and take these trades. That's nothing wrong with that. So here, I don't know if you guys initiate some long positions based on this bullish pin bar. I didn't, to be honest, but I do expect this market to retrace quite well, all right, because of these long candles here. Aussie very weak, although we want to see at least push to this level here. So again, if the dollar is going to push to the upside, then the Aussie against the dollar, it's going to move lower, which it's great because you can find some good sales around this area. Let's see the 4-hour trend line. Let's do it 4-hour trend line. Resistant. It can be help to initiate some shorts here. Now, there are this in technical analysis, we call it as a non-failure swing, guys. And it's good to know this pattern because the market is doing higher highs. Yeah. At some point, the market, it just makes a new low, okay, without failure swing. That's why we call it non-failure swing. Market was just trending in its predominant direction, but the sellers, they create new low. So we wait to confirm a lower high and a lower low. This one here. Now we are ready to sell. Some analysts, they just put sell stops around this area here. They put sell stops. Some others, like myself, I prefer to see retracement back to the trend line, kind of fib retracement, also fib level, or something like retest the previous broken support. And then I prefer to initiate some shorts from this trend line here and target at least the last low. I hope this makes sense. Very easy, very simple. That's why I'm explaining them on this webinar. Kiwi around this resistance, although it's a clear, nice pair. If you listen to the podcast, you understand that we anticipate a major event tomorrow. So please refer to your podcast, guys, to make sure that you understand what can possibly happen in the market. Okay, so the next one, it's the USD against the Canadian dollar. And at this point, we have bounced from the support. on the weekly chart here, on the daily chart. We need to wait and see what the market can show us in terms of direction. USD JPY. So here it is, rejection around the support. Market, in my opinion, can come and retest it, this area here. Okay, this one here. That's what I believe it can happen. If not, then definitely we're going to see the market just touches this trend line and push to the downside or continue to the upside. Yeah, but most likely, if buyers, they are not that strong to come and retrace all the way up here and even penetrate this resistance, then we can see some slap downwards. Now, if someone trades on the 5-minute chart, of course, we see some strength in the US dollar in general. So you can look for, let's say Aussie US dollar. If you go to the 5-minute chart, you have to wait to see lower lows and lower highs to make sure you're trading with the momentum of the intraday. Euro against the Oz, it's just nothing interesting. Pairs against the Canadian dollar, we do expect to see some more weakness. Maybe we're going to see it today, maybe not. On the other hand, hello Cherry, you are late, don't worry mate, it's all good. Pound against the CHF, that's the weekly, daily chart. We are here. It looks like that buyers are not that strong to keep momentum to the upside. It's not that clear in my opinion, this one. Gold, technically we broke above these necklines, so this resistance can now act as support. We will see if the price is gonna come all the way down here. How do you interpret the bullish pin bar on the WTI H4? It's a great signal in my opinion. WTI on the daily and on the 4-hour chart, we have a massive pin bar here. It shows clear rejection of the lower prices of the 76 level. That's where I mentioned many times, remember, and I said, if we're going to break below this level, it's going to be a great, great thing. But unfortunately, we didn't. So market at this stage is in a trendless environment, but on the 4-hour chart, it's just trending lower. However, if we're going to initiate some long positions, better to be a bit cautious with our risk. Okay, so that's all from this one here. And Bitcoin is just trading lower. Yeah, if we're going to break below this, what's the number now? 15.5K, then we're going to go all the way down. I think I have a good forecast about that. And I speak on I think on this podcast, I speak about Bitcoin a little bit more. So when you listen it, guys, you will understand. Euro Canadian dollar, that's the one I'm waiting to get long positions around this area, but nothing to do on the intraday. Euro against the CHF, the same. I'm waiting to go short. Let's have a look at the Euro Kiwi. We are in this area here. The weekly shows that we have higher high. We came to retest this area of inside support, but looks like the market is just pushing lower, especially if they're going to increase the interest rates tomorrow. We're going to see some strong continuation in this downwards move. It's like we broke this trend line and then we had another one here. Let's try to see if we can channel it. Yep, matches nicely with this channel. So up. So what do we see here? We see that the market, if we go down to the 4-hour chart, the market made this up better like this. On the 4-hour chart, the market make these lower highs and lower lows. So now we are in the middle of this area, of this zone. We definitely do expect to break below this one here, okay, because that's where it weighted. And if you are selling, in my opinion, we just keep selling. Let's have a look. This one here is good. If you guys still holding on the Aussie Kiwi, let's put some more support. Here we have this recent test, this one here, this one there, this one there. So it's a very valid support. We can see some reaction from here. Market, in my opinion, it's in a free fall here. On the daily chart, we had this nice rejection. I think we took it from there. I update my MT5 and I lost all the support, resistance, trend lines, everything. All right, so this trend line is not respected a lot, but the market here respected the swing, and that was the 50% fib retracement, and it gave, I think, if you enter in the 50% of the pin bar, you had, let's say, 50 p 48 50 pips. So now the market is almost 200 pips, so it's a 4-1 if you're still holding. You manage your risk accordingly. Yes, you don't leave all your profit on the table. And let's have a look at the pound Kiwi. Pound Kiwi, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start from the weekly chart because it's not something we analyze all the time. So let's put our support, resistance. This market, it's just trading sideways for the last, how many years? Since 2017. Yeah, since 2017, it's just trading between the 2 and 1.787. Now we are in this middle area. If we zoom in, we see that last 3 weeks ago, we had this bearish engulfing candle. The last 2 weeks, the buyers, they didn't push to the upside. The sellers, they didn't push to the downside. Clearly in the middle of this trading range, and very uncertain, very unclear bias on the daily, on the weekly. The only thing I can see for very short-term plays is if we're going to break above this consolidation area, we can see the market, if we break to the upside, we can see the market retesting this area here. So we have this possible move to be made. If we're going to break to the downside, then we can just come and retest this area of support. So it's a 50-50 play, this one here, in my opinion, based on what I see from the market's perspective. Aussie lower than New Zealand despite winning the rugby. Darshan, you delayed to say something, but thanks God you said that. Yes, mate, Aussie lower than Kiwi. Kiwi, New Zealand, they are trying to increase their interest rates, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow to more than above 4%. If that's going to happen, then we can see some explosion on the Kiwi. For euro, Canadian dollar, when you said that you are waiting to go long after retracement, you already have any buy limit place? No, I don't have it yet. Here, I don't have it yet because there is no, and that's a great question. There is no clear FIB area. I would like to see my best FIB areas are the 50% and 8%. Okay, so that's what makes me a bit skeptical here. I want to see the market. If it's going to penetrate this support, then I will definitely place a limit order around 50 or 61.8, mostly around 50%, because it matches nicely with this one. So, but if not, then I will try to see what price action it's going to develop here. That's in the rare occasions that I don't put the limit orders, the limit buying orders in an uptrend, because there is support below the recent swing high. That's my only concern. And that's what I don't like to see, really. Like a good example, guys, it's this one here. The market made a higher high here. After a non-failure swing, we have a developed of this higher high, trending market. And that's a good lesson for you. And then we draw our FIB, and the 50% FIB retracement was below the swing. Okay. So I was saying to myself, if the 50%, if the swing it's going to hold, we're going to see it on the price action. But if it's not going to hold and the market is going to come to touches the 50%, most likely it can be penetrated and go and find the 61.8% because there is a big support here. So in this case, I didn't put the limit order because it wasn't clear indication based on my forecast. So I waited. When I saw that this pin bar here, it indicates to me that most likely this can be a new support for this area. So I just execute from here onwards. Okay. A good example, another good example, maybe it's going to be this one here. Let me show you this one. It makes more sense, maybe, to some people. So we have this lower high and lower low, and then we have this inside support or just support. Now it's going to become resistant, and it matches the last swing, the recent swing low, matches nicely with the 50% retracement. So it's like there is a double protection around this area. So here, yes, I do place my limit orders right at this place. Okay. So that's the occasions. In the currency markets, Cherry, because they do have so much volatility, they usually retraced around 50%. When they retraced around 50%, most likely they stopped and reversed, or 61.8, depends where we have the last swing. The 38.2%, I use it in a more advanced trading, like if I take a counter trend trade, for example, if I was about to take this trade, this pin bar to the upside, I will try to squeeze 2 to 1 by the time the market can retest the 38.2% of the total move. So if the 38.2% is here, and if I was about to enter there, I would like to squeeze at least 2 to 1 in this distance, but I will not just put limit orders on the 38.2. No, I don't do that, because most of the times it's just penetrated that level. Okay. Hi, hello everyone. Fibonacci, it's really interesting to use, need to learn how to use it. Karim, thanks for bringing it up. In the next webinar tomorrow, Karim, if you have time and you're going to join us, please send a message that say, hey, I'm here, and I will go through the FIB in just 2-3 minutes. It's very simple, and I will show you how to use it, okay, in a downtrend or in an uptrend. Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, this live trading session came to the end for today. I will believe that everyone had a great time so far. And I wish you happy trading, and I look forward seeing you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you so much. Bye for now.